Good afternoon, St. Louis, and our partners around the world, and in particular our partners here visiting us from Africa. Thank you for having me at this great event on a topic that is absolutely critical to the future of St. Louis. None of what we would do in the region is possible without the international trade that so many of you here today play a crucial role in. We wouldn't be able to pay our police officers, our refuse drivers, our water division, or staff without the good paying jobs in the region to attract people to our city and send some of those nice tax dollars into the coffers of the city, state, and our school system. The key part, that's right. A key part of my job as mayor is to deliver high-quality city services to our community, but we couldn't do that without a strong business community. So a high priority for everyone in the mayor's office is to understand what the city can do to support businesses and drive trade and have trade thrive here to do business with and live in St. Louis. Right now, St. Louis is at the forefront of developing responsible regulations for data centers. The unfortunate reality and the reality that is playing out in the public right now is that data centers tend to have a bad reputation. They tend to have the tendency to be bad for the environment, and if they're inappropriately located, can inhibit walkability and be bad for the kind of living we're trying to promote here. But it's also true that data centers are becoming increasingly important to several key industries here in St. Louis. They play a very vital role in the technology infrastructure that cities and regions need to be able to be at the forefront of innovation. So we are taking a very healthy and constructive approach to developing the right-sized regulations here in the city of St. Louis to be a leader at being able to accommodate while being thoughtful in our approach here. So despite some of the initial discussions about a moratorium, we are working forward on a path that enables a permitting process to continue in a way that allows us to be more thoughtful in that approach. This is the kind of deliberate approach that I will continue to take in the mayor's office. We want to move quickly, but most of all, we want the best possible decision for our community as a whole in a thoughtful and nimble way, and one that makes sure that we are open for business. As you may know, I have been in office for just about 5 months now, and in 1 month into my term, St. Louis was hit by the nation's most destructive tornado since 2011. That means my focus has shifted strongly to recovery, which is absolutely the most important thing in our city right now. But I'm glad to say that in the last few months, we have created and grown our recovery office, meaning that we have a dedicated office in City Hall dedicated to that response. While that is being fully established, that has enabled us to pivot to be able to focus on the city as a whole. So last month, I was pleased to invite the World Trade Center to my office alongside the Irish ambassador. Just a few weeks later, we hosted the Portuguese ambassador for another insightful conversation about how St. Louis can continue to benefit from the exchange of culture and commerce. And I look forward to many more discussions with trade partners from all over the world in the coming months and years. Like many in this room, I expect the most exciting growth over the coming decades to come from Africa. There is so much promise in Africa's youth, innovation, and market growth that can have a great impact here in the global economy, but right here in St. Louis as well. Along those lines, I know the announcement has not been made yet, but I want to take this opportunity to congratulate today's winners of the Global Ambassador Award and thank them for the hard work that they have already done to connect St. Louis and Africa. This is important work that will benefit all of us, and most importantly, most critically, I have to recognize will benefit St. Louis. Finally, I am happy to be with you all today. I want to let you all know that St. Louis is open for business and that we will happily work with all of you as partners in the community. Just like the World Trade Center and the Mosaic Project, we are working to grow the international business community and our international community at large. This Friday, we at City Hall will be hosting the second ever naturalization ceremony inside City Hall, celebrating 30 individuals who will take the oath of allegiance and complete their long journey towards becoming American citizens. Having that many people becoming citizens at City Hall in one morning really underscores how excited people from around the world are to be a part of not only this nation, but this community. I can't wait to see the smiles on their faces when their hard work pays off later this week. I know all of you are working hard as well, and St. Louis is committed to your success. So thank you for being here, for doing business here, and for helping St. Louis grow.